Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. If you're anything like me, you're just a tad addicted to watching hack videos over on YouTube. So today I'm going to be sharing my top hacks using one little tub of wonder. You guessed it. I am going to be doing my skincare hacks for both myself and for the family using good old Vaseline Petroleum Jelly. Now, Vaseline is something that I've just always got hanging around the house. I've always got a tub somewhere. I've got a tub next to my bed. I've got a tub in the car. Fantastic all-round moisturizer. It's great for using as a lip balm on chapped or dry lips. It's a must-have if you've got a toddler in the house like I do. And yeah, it's just there are so many uses, and Vaseline themselves say that there are over 100 uses for this product. And they have challenged me to come up with a few of my favorite uses. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go right into it because I've got quite a few and I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm going to be starting with what is quite possibly Vaseline's most popular and well-known use, which is, of course, using Vaseline as a lip balm. I have tried millions of different lip balms and lip protectants and lip conditioners to try and get control of any chapping and dryness, especially during the winter months, and I have found that nothing works quite as well as Vaseline. Seriously, you apply a little layer of Vaseline at night before bedtime, and the next morning you wake up and your lips are 100 times better. Something I like to do when my lips are particularly dry or chapped is just to use a clean toothbrush, apply a little bit of Vaseline, and then you just gently massage them. Vaseline can also be used to tame your eyebrows. In fact, this is a little hack that I used to use religiously when I was at high school, because obviously you're not allowed to wear makeup at school, but I wanted something just to keep my eyebrows sort of, you know, groomed and in check. So if you're a fan of the no makeup look, or you are at school and you want something that is quite natural and that won't be too obvious, but you want to keep those little babies in place, all you need to do is apply a little bit of Vaseline to your eyebrows, brush them into place, and it'll give them enough hold during the day. On that note, Vaseline is also a fantastic lash conditioner. So I just apply a little bit of Vaseline to my lashes at night before I go to bed, and I've noticed that my lashes are just in such great condition. Like, you know, they don't get brittle. Sometimes the mascaras that we use might be a little bit drying and you tend to get like brittle, broken lashes. Not the case when you use Vaseline. I also feel like my lashes are a little bit longer. I'm sure it doesn't make them grow, but something about applying the Vaseline to your lashes and keeping them well moisturized ensures that they last a little bit longer, they don't fall out as quickly, and they just have their own like natural growth. It's also a great tip for those who have lash extensions, not to use Vaseline while you have your lash extensions on, because the oil will actually break down the adhesive, but in between getting lash extensions, it's great for applying to your natural lashes just to ensure that they moisturize, to prevent them from becoming very brittle, very broken, and very dry. One of my favorite uses for Vaseline is as a deep moisturizing treatment for my hands. Particularly as a mom, my hands take a lot of beating, so in the evenings I will just apply a thin layer of Vaseline to my hands, pop on some spa gloves. I got these ones from Clicks, leave them on for 20 minutes, sometimes I leave them on overnight. You wake up to the softest, smoothest hands. It's amazing. This tip also works fantastically for your feet. I have been doing this tip for years. I think I was probably about 12 years old and I discovered that this was a fantastic way to just ensure that my feet stay soft and smooth. Apply a thick layer of Vaseline to your feet, pop on some socks, leave it on overnight. There is nothing more frustrating than spending hours filming a video and then when you're busy editing it, you realize that you've got lipstick on your teeth. So one tip that I've picked up in recent years, and this is usually a tip that's employed by pageant queens, is to apply a little bit of Vaseline to your teeth. That way it ensures that your lipstick doesn't transfer to your teeth. It sounds weird, it seems like it would feel very odd. It actually is surprisingly comfortable. It also helps because it's almost like your lips like run over your teeth a little bit quicker. So I think if you're somebody who has to do a lot of smiling as well, you know, sometimes your teeth will get dry, and like, it's a fantastic tip. It works so well. It also works really, really well for the lipstick. No transference. Another little tip is just to use the fingertip, pop your finger into your mouth, pull it out, and any lipstick that was on the inner bits of your lips that would usually transfer into your teeth will now be on your finger. For a tip that I didn't know until very recently, which is to apply a thin layer of Vaseline to your pulse points, so to your wrists, behind your ears, behind your knees, and then to spray your fragrance. So the fragrance actually adheres very well to the oil in the Vaseline, ensuring that your fragrance lasts a whole lot longer. Really, really works. Try it and let me know what you think. If you've run out of hair serum, you can also use Vaseline. Just make sure not to use too much Vaseline, but take a small tiny amount on your fingers, rub your fingers together, and then brush it through your hair, and it'll tame flyaways and frizz in no time at all. Anything like me, you tend to go weeks in between wearing earrings. I don't know, I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I'll only wear earrings when I go out, but then I'll often find that the little holes have started to close up, and it's quite a mission to get those earrings back in. So a great tip for that is just to apply a little bit of Vaseline to the earring, and it simply slides in. Okay, tell me I'm not the only person that is on my way out the door to a very important meeting or an event, and I'm wearing a short skirt and I realize that I have not shaved my legs. So then I think, okay, I'm just going to do a quick dry shave. This time will be different. I won't get that unsightly rash. And then of course 2 hours later, while at the meeting, my legs are incredibly sore, incredibly itchy, and they're just little red bumps everywhere. So one tip that I've picked up is to apply a thin layer of Vaseline to your legs, and then you can just shave over the Vaseline. No water needed. So it's a quick and easy way just to quickly, on your way out the door, quickly shave your legs, and it also leaves your legs incredibly soft and smooth, obviously, because it's the Vaseline. Again, I like to use the Aloe Fresh range for this because I find that it's incredibly soothing, leaves my skin feeling soft, soothed, incredibly smooth. One additional tip to that though, don't use too much Vaseline as that can dull your blade, so just a very thin layer is all that's needed. If you've noticed the whole highlighter trend going around, you know, where you apply a little bit of powdered highlighter to your cheekbones just to make them pop out a bit, or if you're a fan of like a dewy makeup look but you don't want to splurge on a powdered highlight because it's not quite a necessity, it's just a nice to have, you can also use Vaseline for this. Just take a tiny bit of Vaseline on your ring finger, apply that to your cheekbone, and you've got a beautiful highlight, soft, dewy, fresh skin. All of those nail polish fanatics, this is a fantastic tip to ensure that you are able to open your nail polish bottles going forward. So when you're using a nail polish, apply a tiny amount of Vaseline to the neck of the bottle before closing it up again. That will just ensure that next time you go to open your nail polish bottle, it just glides open effortlessly, and it prevents that build-up of nail polish on the neck of the bottle, which usually results in an impossible to open nail polish. Vaseline has very many beauty uses, but it's also something that is a necessity for families. I find that there are so many amazing uses for Vaseline with my child. I like to apply a little bit of Vaseline to any scrapes or bruises, little scratches. If my son falls, you just apply a little bit of Vaseline to the area, and it also helps to stop the bleeding very quickly as well as healing the cuts. It's also essential during winter when your little ones have colds and flu and like they get little dry rough noses. I just like to apply a little bit of Vaseline around Beanie's nose just to ensure that it stays well moisturized and doesn't get too dry. Of course, you can use Vaseline as a bum cream. You simply apply a little bit of Vaseline to your baby's bottom when you're changing their nappy, and it just helps to sort of create a barrier between any moisture in the nappy and your baby's skin. And that just about wraps up my favorite uses for Vaseline. There are so many of them. Literally, there are over 100 different uses. If you have any uses that you can think of or hacks that you use, I would love to know about them, because I feel like Vaseline is such an amazing product, and it's something that people actually, you forget about how good it is until you start to use it again, and then you're like, oh yes, I can use it for this, I can use it for that. So many uses. So if there are any uses that I have not mentioned in this video, anything that you can think of, any clever hacks that you use, I would love to know about them. Please leave me a comment in the comment section below. I've also got a full blog post over on my blog which talks about all of the variants that I really enjoy using. The Aloe Fresh variant, there's an amazing cocoa butter formula, there's a men's version, just so many wonderful products. So hop on over to my blog to have a read up on all the different variants, and there is also a sneaky little giveaway that you can enter, so don't miss that. The link to my blog post is down in the description bar below. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Looking forward to seeing you guys again soon. Bye!